This fight starts and ends with the exact same move, which is a very cool idea, but comes with a major flaw. What's the flaw? Well, Darth Maul blocks this move at the beginning without even looking, and he's distracted by another Jedi attacking him. So at the end, when he's not taking his eyes off Obi-Wan at all, why is he inexplicably unable to stop it? I know a lot of people are going to say, because he was distracted, because he was overconfident or playing with his food. I will get to why that is not even close to true. But for now, stick with me and just think like, okay, what if he's right and that's not true? How could we fix the choreography so that we still get this bookend of starting with this move and ending with this move, but it not being stupid? What I mean by stupid is if Darth Maul can block it without looking, and then he inexplicably can't, it makes him suddenly look stupid. Not only that, but Obi-Wan has no reason to try this move again, since it was stopped so easily at the beginning when he had Qui-Gon helping him. So how can we take this from two characters looking stupid to one character looking very intelligent and the other having an explicable flaw that was exploited? So a good reason for losing, because right now what this fight is then Darth Maul loses because George Lucas says so. That's not good choreography. And I don't think Nick Gillard actually choreographed this as the end. I think this is very much a matter of it ends like this because the director says so. Rest of the fight, yes, Nick Gillard choreographed it. It's amazing. So how can we fix this? What we need to do is ask, what's different at the end? What's changed by the time we get to the end of this fight? Well, at the beginning, Darth Maul's got his full weapon. This is going to be Darth Maul's weapon. He's holding it in the middle here, right? He's got his full weapon. Obi-Wan has Qui-Gon. At the end, Qui-Gon's gone, and Darth Maul's only got half a weapon. So that's what's changed. We're missing one Jedi, we're missing half a weapon. How can we use those two things that changed to explain the end of the fight? That's the big question. We already have Obi-Wan using Qui-Gon's absence because he uses Qui-Gon's lightsaber. So one of these things is being used. The one that isn't is Darth Maul's weapon missing half of it. How can we use that? What if, when Obi-Wan jumps over Darth Maul at the very beginning, he does 2 strikes instead of just 1? Darth Maul's got his weapon, maybe Obi-Wan slashes this way to hit the lightsaber to create an opening, and then tries to cut back against the opening that he created. So he would leap over, land, hit, come back, and Darth Maul would block with the other side of his lightsaber. Leap, create an opening. Darth Maul blocks it because he's got a new kind of weapon that Obi-Wan probably hasn't trained against. So he wasn't expecting that. What's changed at the end? There's only half of this. So what if at the end, instead of just Obi-Wan looking over at Qui-Gon's lightsaber, we get a little shot of Obi-Wan looking at the lightsaber that's been cut in half. Now we can see that Obi-Wan's making a connection here. So Obi-Wan leaps over top, slashes to create the opening, and Darth Maul tries to block, but that part of the lightsaber's gone, so it's more like, and he tries to block, but Obi-Wan gets in, and now he's got a reason for being able to get that cut. So Obi-Wan now looks intelligent because he's realized an opportunity he has created by cutting this lightsaber in half. We've got Obi-Wan noticing the two things that have changed and piecing together how to use that to his advantage. That's how it makes Obi-Wan seem intelligent. How does it make Darth Maul seem like he has an explicable flaw? One that makes sense. Well, if Darth Maul's got this weapon and he's got this move, he's used to doing this, and then he goes to do it again, now we've got Darth Maul having an over-reliance on his particular lightsaber. Maybe an over-reliance on his training and not the ability to adapt that Obi-Wan has. So think of Conor McGregor versus Khabib Nurmagomedov. Habib, as a wrestler, wants to take Conor down. Conor knows this, so Conor spends months training that whenever he sees Habib dip down, he knows he's going for a takedown. He's going to drop his hands and stuff the takedown. Habib knows that Conor's training for this because he knows that his big strength is his wrestling. So what does Habib do? Does the dip, and then he throws a right hand because he knows that Conor has trained a reflex. He's trained to drop the hands and stuff the takedown. So Habib uses that reflex from the training against him and lands the right hand. So Obi-Wan would be seeing how well trained Darth Maul is, and then using the reflexes trained into him against him. So that's how we can fix the choreography. Now, let's go back just really quickly to the people who want this. Why am I so confident that Darth Maul isn't just distracted or overconfident or playing with his food? People say this because George Lucas said it in an interview. He said it a couple of times. Just because he said it, that doesn't mean it's true. What's true is what's on film. What's in the movie is what matters, not what somebody says in an interview about the movie. So what's in the movie? We get Darth Maul staring at Obi-Wan, and then when Obi-Wan starts to do something, Darth Maul makes this face. He knows something's up. He knows. We have a shot specifically showing Darth Maul realizing something is happening. We don't have a shot of Darth Maul looking off to the side. We don't have a shot of him looking at his lightsaber and, whatever. We get his face staring at Obi-Wan going, huh? So he knows something's up. And then he doesn't take his eyes off Obi-Wan for a second while Obi-Wan does this move that he's done before and that Darth Maul was able to block. So even if we're saying Darth Maul was distracted by something, he was distracted before by a second Jedi, and he still did it. So we can't say he's distracted at the end, that's why he loses, and also say he was distracted at the beginning and it was easy for him to block it. So I don't think he was distracted because we've got this shot that shows he was paying attention. But even if he wasn't, it still doesn't track. It still doesn't make sense because he was distracted at the beginning in the first place. Don't get me wrong, I love this fight. It's my favorite Star Wars fight. But I really have a problem with the bookending of it with the same move, because they could have made it so that it made sense and there was an explanation that made Obi-Wan seem intelligent and didn't make Darth Maul seem stupid. Would have been cool, I think, to give Darth Maul an actual flaw of being overtrained, maybe over-reliant on his weapon, and Obi-Wan's advantage being his ability to innovate and observe what had changed in a situation and piece together and make connections faster than his opponent could make connections. Would have made Obi-Wan seem intelligent. What do you think? Do you think that would have improved the fight to have maybe Obi-Wan leap over, do two moves? Any two moves, as long as they involved using one end and the other end. Then once you've got one of those ends gone, all you have to do is those two moves, and the first one gets blocked somehow, and the second one can't because that part is missing. I think that would have been great. Let me know.